Hey, Paul. It's me, David Yost, the original Mighty Morphin Blue Power Ranger. How are you? Hey, thank you so much for requesting a Cameo video from me. I truly appreciate it. Because, Paul, without people like you, I obviously would not be where I am or who I am. So I am 1000% indebted to you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for being a fan of Power Rangers. And I believe you said you've been a fan since episode number 1. So that's a long time. So thank you. That really means a lot to me as well as the original cast. We don't take any of that lightly, and we're so grateful for people like you. You asked me who was somebody that I looked up to as when I was a kid, and people ask me this question actually quite a bit, and you would think that I would come up with a great answer, but I think about it, and I've always been like an independent kind of kid, or I was back in the day, and so I don't know that I ever really looked up to people, because I just always was very focused on what I wanted to do and who I was going to be and all that kind of stuff. And I often felt like people would derail me. So I really didn't look to people. I mean, I had some cool teachers, like my second grade teacher, Mrs. Hopkins was really awesome, but I don't know that I looked up to her, but I loved her. And then it seemed like most of my teachers from that point on weren't that great. I was a gymnast for a while, and I was like, well, did I look up to any of my coaches? Did they make me feel inspired by any means? And, I don't know that that's a coach's job. I mean, they were there to push me. And so, I'm grateful for that. I became a really good gymnast and, enjoyed my time being a gymnast. And then if you're talking about actors on TV shows and films, I don't know that I had a show that had that kind of impact on me. It's always been amazing to me the impact that Power Rangers has had on so many kids around the world, and how people say they were inspired by the show and inspired by our characters, and they became martial artists, doctors, scientists, teachers, police officers. They went into the military, all kinds of things because of Power Rangers. And so I think that's really awesome, and I'm super, super humbled by it. But, I always wanted to be an actor since I was in second grade, since I was 7 years old. And so, I just remember loving TV shows back in my day, like Buck Rogers, Battlestar Galactica. And of course, when the first Star Wars movie came out, I was like, oh, wow. So those are things that I can say. But honestly, I don't have a good answer for you because there isn't like one person that I can say that I looked up to when I was a kid. Sorry if that's disappointing for you, but I appreciate the question. Like I said, I've been asked it several times and I never have a great answer. It's just that I was always really focused on wanting to be an actor, and I was kind of always determined by that, but people would always try to talk me out of it. So that's that, okay? I hope you're doing well. Thank you again so much for requesting a Cameo video from me. I hope that sort of made your day a little bit, and thank you again for being a fan of Power Rangers. I really, 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 am thankful for you. So, hey, Paul, since you've been a lifelong fan since episode number 1, do you know what time it is? Paul, do you know what time it is? It's morphin' time!